Everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Song mode, GR-16, Groove Rider GR-16. We're going to take a look at song mode and some track development ideas. Okay, so you just heard a track that I did yesterday whilst I was on my day off, and I made this little track thing. And that's what I turned it into. So it's all based on one pattern. Now, this is the way I like to use the song mode in GR-16. So to give you an idea of how this works, right, I'll just go back to, if I press song here, I'll be back in pattern mode. And this is the pattern. So it's made up of these different instruments, and for example, for this particular sax thing, I had chord mode switched on and used mainly internal sounds. I'll also show you can import full folders of stuff into this as well, so that you can use your sounds yourself. I'll give you an idea of how you do that, but you do that via the Files app. So I'd like to say hello to everybody who's here. Welcome. It's nice to see you all, and let's do this, shall we? So I've built this is the pattern that I built, right? But now I'm going to go, just while I'm not in song mode, I'm in pattern mode, I'm just going to tap on this and I'm going to choose another pattern. Okay, so this is one that it's been knocking around for a while, and we're going to make a song out of this pattern. So we can exit this now. So this is the pattern. Well, that's nearly everything is muted. If I unmute everything here, this is the whole thing. Okay, so song mode, this is how you set song mode up. First of all, you enter song here, and it'll go, oh, right, your current pattern has been modified. Save changes to the current pattern. Yeah, I'll save. So I'm going to go into song mode now, Okay, so I'm in song as long as that's highlighted. And I'm going to tap on it again here, and you'll see that this one, the remnant one, is the one we've just played. And I'm going to tap this one now, which is this pattern, but I'm going to tap it again. So this is the pattern that we're going to be working on with our song. And you'll see that most of it is muted, and the mutes are reflected in what you can see on screen. So if you watch, I don't know if you can see this actually, I'll try and darken it down a little bit more for you so you can actually see what's going on a bit better. If you notice now, let's go back here. If you notice where it says U05, that's user song 5, beginnings, you'll see that there are a couple of highlights there. If I switch on all these parts, right, go to mute. Oh, what am I doing now? Not sure what's going on now. Right, I'm going to duplicate this. I'll switch that off. I'm going to duplicate this. So to duplicate your starting pattern sort of thing, you swipe to the left and you'll find the thing that says menu. You can tap on menu, insert new pattern, duplicate pattern, replace pattern, clear pattern automation, because you can automate anything in a song as well. I'm just going to go to duplicate pattern. And now it's duplicated it. And now I'm going to go to mute and start unmuting bits and pieces. Why isn't it? That's really strange. It's really strange why it's not showing up my mutes here. Interesting. That's odd. It should be showing up the mute because it's certainly picking them up. Anyway, what you do to build up a song is unmute certain things each time you duplicate a pattern. So we'll just start by duplicating this. Actually, do you know what I think I'll do? I'll just cancel that a sec. And I will delete this song. Hang on a minute. I'm having a bit of a confusion here because discard. I'm just going to go back to song. Song 2 is empty. That's my first one. That's weird because there's something wrong here. I'm just going to delete that song, okay? So delete song and patterns. Right, so song deleted. I'm going to exit this. I'm in pattern mode now, so I'm going to go to pattern, go to, oh, I've just deleted the whole bloody thing. I've just deleted that entire project because I made the stupid error of saying delete pattern. It doesn't really matter. We'll just do another one. Right, okay. Let's do one from scratch. That's easiest, isn't it? So we're going to go with exit this and nothing in any of this now. Right, that's my original thing. What I'm going to do is create a new pattern. I'll do this very quickly so you'll get an idea. All right. So let's go with this, right? So we'll tap on here and go to number 9, which is initialize pattern. We can exit this now. Gives us a basic drum kit and a blank set of oscillators. So we can start to build up some sounds now. So first of all, what we'll do is put some drums in. So number 9 init, I'm going to put some kick in here. So I'm going to go to sequence and just put a 4 on the floor in there. And go to trigger and mute that one. Go to sequence, trigger, choose the snare, hi-hat, sorry. Actually, I'll just record that in as well. Okay, I'm going to go to my oscillator and I'm going to choose a bass. Now this is another tip as well. So select the part you want to change. So this, for instance, oscillator one. Go to wave, and here you'll see at the top it says preset. So instead of designing your own sound like we did the other night, I'm going to go to preset here, choose bank A. I'm going to use that one. So I'm just going to now go to keys, and if I go in now, enter again, I can go to part. I'm going to go to pattern and choose I can choose, let's see, I'm going to choose a let's see, melodic minor for the key, so that's fine. So exit that, and I'm just going to record some bass in. So press play, hit record. Right. Right, I'm going to go to unmute. I'm going to erase that and start again because it was muted. Sequence, keys. Okay. Switch record off. Go to trigger. Choose a sound, and this time I'm going to go to instruments, and I'm going to go to Rhodes. I'm going to go to chord, switch poly on, press play. Choose a different chord set. So enter chord set 3. Okay, and I'm going to increase the pattern length to 4 bars. And I'm going to make some adjustments to the sound. Okay, I'm going to record that in. Go back to trigger. snare in. I'll change the snare. I'll change the snare type as well. That one, and I'll put some send effects on, which happens to be a whole delay. So let's just play. So I'll give it. Change the pitch, change the sound. Let's go to preset. Let's go to bank A and see what we've got going on here. These are bass sounds, so we'll use this stereo strat patch, which is quite nice. We can exit this. I'm going to give this a little bit of, I think there's some chorus on there already, so that's fine. So wasn't happy with the way I played that in. Okay, so let's go to trigger now, and so we can rename some of these so we can keep track of what's going on. So we'll enter this, enter the part menu, and just label this, call this guitar. Okay, we can change the color maybe to red, so it's, we know. Kick is fine, kick, snare. I won't bother messing around with the drums for time. So this one we'll call bass. That's the Rhodes, isn't it? So and I'm not going to go, I've already done a tutorial. I'll show you how to edit notes and everything, and how to, the probability and the ratchets and everything. This is really just so I can build something quick to show you how to do song mode. So we've done that. So let's do something with these. So let's maybe put a crash in at the very beginning. So that sounds okay-ish. So let's do this. Let's do this now. Okay, so I'm going to, first of all, I need to hit this and rename the pattern. And we'll just, again, I don't know, we'll just call this track 1. So track 1, and then hit right again to save it. Now, this is fine. So what I'm going to do is now go into song mode here, tap this, and oops, not tap that, sorry, exit this, enter. I'm going to go new song. Okay, so I'm going to call it track 1. So it's the same as the actual thing. Track 1, oops, 1, create. And now I've created a new song, and I'm going to add in the thing that actually says, where is it now? Track 1. Okay, so, and why did I do it? Right, oh, got to double tap it. And there it is, right? So it's 4 bars long. So if I play it, all right, so there it is. First of all, I'm going to swing this to the left so we get the menu put up, and then I'm going to go duplicate pattern, and I'm going to do it again, menu, duplicate pattern, and then menu, duplicate pattern. Now you can just add a completely different pattern if you want to. You don't have to do it like this. I know, Lady A, but like I haven't got time to mess around with it. So it's really just a tutorial on how to, you know, it's the key. It's the key. Anyway, so it's going to have to stay for now. Right, so I've got 4 tracks now. So first track, I'm going to now go to mute. So I'm in mute mode, and I'm going to take out everything. See, it's disappearing now. I'm going to take out everything, but I can actually play it and loop it. So I'm just going to leave the bass in. And then that's fine. So let it play through. And it'll go to the next track now. I'm going to loop that. Take the guitar out. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to let it track to the next one. I'm going to leave everything in for that one. going to let it end on that. Right, so and then it will finish. You can choose when you do this, you can choose if you've got something like 4 bar, anything over 1 bar, you can choose where each track starts. So for example, if this was just a kick drum or something, which it is, you could have this just start you select it and then you move the data dial like this to start on bar 2 or bar 3, so it would literally only be 1 bar long, this first one. Instead of 4. But I don't know why it's this. I don't know why it's not changing after 1 bar. It should do. But anyway, it's no big deal. The point is that you can, it seems, set that to change on certain bars. Anyway, there you go. So that's how you do song mode. Like that, you duplicate tracks and then you use the mute function to actually sort everything out. Now, I don't know what will happen. Let me just go back now to pattern mode, save song. Yeah, I'm going to go back to pattern mode now and just see if I change the key that I've set up into a better key. Some roads might actually sound better. Let's see, enter pattern, and it's melodic minor, so I'm going to change it to, let me see, minor pentatonic, that might be better. Let's see, but I don't know if it'll actually change it now, so. No, it doesn't seem to make any difference. So let's do another one, shall we? So we'll exit this. I'll go here and I will choose an initialize patch. Exit. So we've got, again, I'm in mute mode. So I'll go to pattern, enter, and I'll set up, I'll leave it on Ionian and see. Actually, you know, I'm going to change it to so loud. Look at all these, there's tons. I'm going to change it to major pentatonic. That sounds quite nice. So developing track ideas. Go back to my trigger. So I think we can exit this while we're messing around. The best thing to do, I always think as well, the best thing to do is kind of give it a name. So shift and right, and we can rename the pattern to development. Okay, and then hit right again. We'll save the pattern. Sorry, I was just reading some of the chat there. Right, so hi Dave, and I also think it's good to set the key. Now for this one I'm going to start with some chords and see how they sound. So make sure poly is on. They sound better. Let's choose a sound now. Maybe I mean, I've got tons of samples in here. You see, I've got Dean's Noise Candy, Dirty Tube Drums, stuff from Reflective, just one shots, and you can import all these. You drop them into the. You can drop entire files into the Files app folder for GR-16. That's how you just drop them in there. You'll see that there's a thing in GR-16. So on my iPad, and you just move your folders in there, and they turn up there. However, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go down to instrument, maybe this grand piano. Great. I like that sound. It's nice. I'm going to move the octave down here. And I'm going to now now the sound on its own sounds quite bland, but I'm going to make some adjustments to the sound. So first of all, I want a bit of release. And I want the tempo of the entire project to be, I'll just hit right again. I want the entire project tempo to be less than 120. I want it to go down to, oh, here we go. So I think maybe 90 BPM for this. We can exit that. And we've made a change, so we need to hit save so it remembers the change. And again, I'm going to put some of the reverb on. Now you'll see that on all of these, right, you'll see that it says send effects. The send effects is Hall. You can change the send effects if you go into the pattern. The send effects will be here. You'll see send effects Hall, and the multi effects will be here, and it'll be a stereo delay. You can also change that, but we'll leave it on Hall for this. So and then the effect type, which is the insert effect, so you can have an independent insert on every single track. So it's this type, and I'm going to choose a 3/16 delay. Switch insert effect on, by the way. And I'm also going to apply some filter. So it's gone really dark, but that'll be okay. So filter type, I'm going to go with a low pass soft clip. And then the length as well, you can have up from 1 to 8 bars. So again, I'm going to enter and make sure I'm on pattern. Length is 1 bar. And again, just for fun, I'm going to set this to 4 bars. So we have a 4-bar pattern. Exit this, and remember to just keep hitting save all the time. I need a drink, I'm thirsty. So the kick, let's go to, actually, let's record. Let's just record a few chords in, so we've got something to actually work with when we start to adjust other instruments. We can give this a bit of decimation if we wanted to. That's quite pleasant. Okay, so let's see. I've got 4 bars, so we're going to just record over something over the 4 bars. So we're going to hit record, and it'll give me a 1-bar counting, which you set up in settings. So now we've got that recorded. Let's go to trigger. Go to our kick, and let's choose a better kick than that for this. Maybe we can find an 808. That's quite nice. I like that actually, so that's fine. Go to hi-hats. Let's choose some 808 hi-hats as well. Now you don't have to have drums on these, you can put instruments on them as well if you want to. Let's go to record. once, and then this one in, and let's pan them. So pan this one. Now, got to be careful here because you start to record automation, but that's fine. See? And I'm going to put a flanger on this and this actually. So this one first, effect. So we should have a flange on this one now. And I'm going to put some whole reverb on both of these. Okay. Bass. So again, I'm going to go into wave. I'm going to choose preset. I'm going to go to bank. There's 3 banks of presets that Jim's already built in for you, and then you can add another bank of your own or override these. So let's see what we've got going on here. I like that, but don't forget we've got choices of octaves, but we'll we can put that in as a bass. So let's go. Let's automate some of this frequency modulation. Okay, so with these, we've got some cymbals, some hi-hats. We haven't put any snare in yet. Let's put some percussion on these two. So this is piano. I need to name them the parts for myself. So otherwise I'll it's better to keep track on them. So this is a piano. Okay, that's a bass. Okay, so nothing on these, so I'm going to put some percussion. So wave, percussion, and I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to put the same one, but I'm going to pitch it up. And a bit of so a little bit of percussion there on those two, and we can low pick. Okay, and no, that's high pick, you dick. Having a night. High pick. Okay, and low pick. Okay, so let's just have a jam. So we could put a little bit of delay on that clap as well. Let's do that. Let's try. Okay, so by the same token now, when you've built up your song, if you're happy with it, sort of thing like that, make sure you name them. It's easy to name the stuff, and it's also easy to colour them as well. You can colour any of the instruments, so you could have all the drums in red or something. But you know, that's easy enough to do. You just enter and go. So for the kicks, you could have all the snare, the these, all the kind of percussion stuff you could have in red, and then you could color the bass in a different color, or it's, I don't know, pink, all that kind of stuff. Right, so you've done this, you've made your changes. Let's go back to exit, and again let's press right. Let's go into song mode now and enter new song. What did I call this? Development, wasn't it? Tap on this, development, development. Okay, create this new song, and you'll see we've got our track 1 there, which is nothing now. Remnants, which was the first one we did. That other project, by the way, I've deleted. I've got it on my other iPad, so I can just import it back into this anyway. So I haven't actually lost it. I just lost it off here. But here we go. So development, we're going to add in the track development there, and there it is. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to mute now. So I'm in mute mode, and I can start taking stuff out. Well, these are all non-existent anyway. There's nothing in them because I can see what's named and what's not. So I'm just going to start with, let's see. I'm going to take these cymbals out, the hi-hats. I'm going to take the clap, the snare, this snare. There's nothing in this snare neither. And this in this out. And just see what that sounds like. So let's take the piano out as well. So that sounds okay. So this is the thing. Say you want this to play for longer than it is. It's easy. All we do is swipe to the left again, duplicate that pattern as it is, and we've got 2 of them now. And then all we need to do is let's duplicate this again, duplicate pattern. But this time, let's start to bring stuff back in. Let's bring the piano back in. Then let's duplicate this again. So duplicate pattern. And this time, let's bring in maybe those 2 cymbal crashes. Okay. Let's just duplicate it again, duplicate, and let's let that run twice, duplicate. So let's duplicate it again, and this time we'll bring in the snare, and we'll duplicate it again, duplicate, and bring in the clap sound and the hi-hats. Duplicate it one more time, duplicate pattern. Take out everything again apart from the high and low pick. Actually, we'll take out that as well. And we'll just let it play out with the kick, bass and snare. And then you can duplicate that again as it is. Duplicate it again. And then duplicate it one more time. And that will play the end 4 times. So that's how you do it. You just basically pick the other snare thing. There's nothing programmed into it, so there's really no point. Right, okay, so there it goes. There's the songs. We can go back to the beginning and we can play the songs, see how it sounds. So So I think it just ends there. So that's how you do song mode. Well, you can, like I said, you can add other patterns in from anywhere in the memory. And if you do that, you can choose to have it tempo locked or pattern or to adhere to the pattern tempo other than the song tempo, which means that you can do tempo changes. So if you've built something at maybe 140, you could drop it down to 70 and it'll sound great. I mean, you could do like kind of dubstep stuff with it as well. It's very cool. Anyway, guys, there you go. GumRoad GR-16 pattern tutorial. Excuse the very beginning part where I messed up. Let's save the song. I'm going to save it, yes. But yeah, what's this one now going on? Oh yeah, that was another one. Anyway, that was the second one we did, wasn't it? That was one we did with messing around. I'm going to play the first one for you anyway, again, while you say ta-ra to each other. And at any time you want to work on a particular section of a song and you want it to stop tracking forwards, all you need to do is hit loop and it will just loop all the time. You know what I mean? So you can like go into loop mode and you can, well, I'll add another, take the mute and add more mutes and stuff like that and things. It's marvelous. GR-16 is absolutely marvelous. It's absolutely brilliant. It's deep, but it's also really, really great. It does loads and loads of cool stuff. Plus the fact that you can import your own samples and loops and things and what have you, and just have a blast. But it comes with so many sounds. It has a really cool wavetable synth as well. You can, like, if you choose wave, shall I show you that? Let me show you that as well. I'll go back to this development one here, where there's nothing in these 4 oscillators. I'll go out of song mode as well. If I go to wave here, which is the oscillator, just choosing the oscillator, and go to wave, there's some way you can import your own wavetables as well. But if I go to, they say, modulated, we can track the wave position. If we come out of this now, at exit, you'll see we have a wavetable. And of course you can modulate this as well. You can just record that movement in. Very cool. So you can then, if you wanted to, you could go in and change. There's different wavetables. It comes with a ton of wavetables. It's great. But like I said, you can import your own wavetables. So not real into my usual workflow, but if there's a good idea on Black Friday, maybe no, it's not. You've got to love groove boxes. I'm on a big mad groove box kick at the minute. That's all. But I find it highly entertaining. I like the fact that although I can play it with a MIDI keyboard, I can play all this stuff in with a MIDI keyboard. I like the chord sets. Like if I go into chords now, make sure poly is switched on for chords. And I like the control you have. Being able to choose your own keys and scales and things. It's just marvelous. It's great. Like, so if I enter this now, I'm in part. Well, we've already selected the scale for this, haven't we? But whatever it is, pattern, sorry, which major pentatonic, but you can change the key and all the rest of it. It's very cool. You can add swing. But the chord sets are fantastic. They're like, if any of you are familiar with Machine has chord sets. And the higher up you go, the more jazzy and complex they get. That's really nice, actually. It's quite the odd sounding groove, that is, isn't it? Not my usual style at all. And you've got arpeggiators, patterns and things, and don't forget your multi-effects, which you can have on or off pad. Plus it does it's an AUV3, by the way, Groove Rider. It works as an AUV3 on its own, and it has multi-out. Well, it has up to 8 channels of multi-out, not anymore. Anyway, but there you go. Marvelous. So there we go. So guys, while I was saying ta-ra to each other, I will play that track again for you. So go into song mode. I'll save the pattern, and we're in song mode now. So choose a song, Remnants, start. And guys, I will see you all, hopefully see you all tomorrow. Ta-ra.